Hi, this is Abdulaziz Khan with you, and in this video we will look into one feature of path loss, which I feel that it should be very good for most of you guys, and you will like it. The only problem is that this feature is available in path loss 5 and not in path loss 4, but I hope most of you have access to path loss 5. So let's try to see that. Um, how this may be helpful for you. So generally when you are given a number of new links, uh, then you need to connect those links and then populate the general things like the radio files and the antennas. Generally in your network you don't have a lot of antennas. Generally you have, and same goes with the radio as well. So a lot of things are almost the same, and for example, if you have to add 45 or 30, 40 more links, then the starting work is, you can say that it's a bit hectic. So path loss has a very good way of dealing this. Like for example, this is my sample network. I use it for my normal day testing. So let's take some area. For example, this is an area. Assume that most of the links are already populated and you are asked to add some new links. For example, maybe these are some new sites. So these are pretty good number of sites, I mean, and you are asked to connect these sites with each other. So one way is simple, that you start making links between them one by one, and then you go and you do everything about that link. You know that already. So for a big number of links, this thing takes a lot of time. So what we do is that we select the link. Okay, these are the links, and now we go in operation, and then we ask it to create point-to-point link. So if you see that these are the sites between which the links should be created. So simple creation is very easy. I mean, like for example, just ask it to create link from selection to selection. You are creating a link between each and every site. So you have these too many of them. So it's very uh, understandable thing that you don't need each site to be connected to each site. So let's drop this. Okay. Uh, Now what should we do? We should ask it to create links between the nearest site, which is a normal practice. I mean, we don't create a link between each site. We ask it to create a link between its nearest site only. So now you will see that this looks pretty good. I mean, this is based on nearest level. I mean, for example, this site has the shortest path with this site. So it is connected with this site. It is not connected here or here or here. Every site is connected to only one more site. This is one way to make some connections. Now, based on your personal idea of the site, you can make a few more links and you can connect all of these in a chain or whatever. One thing more you can do is you can say that, okay, don't connect with one nearest site, connect with two nearest sites. And then you connect this create link again. Now you see that these all links, all sites are connected together. Now based on your requirement to avoid any, if you want to avoid these loops, if you don't have to make any kind of protection in microwave, then you can just delete some appropriate links and you will get a chain of whatever you like. You can go one step further as well. I mean, you can ask it to connect it with three sites. So it's not that much difference, but here you can see that this whole ring is converted in 3-4 rings now. So once it's nearest to what you really want to make, then you can finalize it. What you can see is that, for example, you can go onto any link. It will tell you some of the criteria, that what is the path length, what is the antenna height, and these kind of things. And if you want, you can delete. You want, you can keep it. You can restore. No, not for restoring. You need to create again. So in this way, you can at least build a number of links, and based on your requirement, then you can either accept or reject. Uh, One more thing that you can do is that you can make some accepting or rejecting criteria as well. For example, you say that, okay, I will not keep any link of less than 0.5, and I will not keep any link of more than 1.2. Now, based on the rejection, we don't reject any link, no problem. I will make it more strict till we reject a few links from here. So let's make it more. So we reject a few links, but we lost a link of this site as well. So we should go back and we should make it more. So just you can see that this way is uh, good. In, for example, here you can see these three sites. They are very near to each other, but because of this our criteria, we could not make any link less than 0.6. So these two sites, they are not connected together. They are not connected to this site. They are connected to a further site. So in this way, you can have some control that, okay, how I will be making these links. And once this is as per your requirement, then you can accept it. Now here we can see that, for example, if I go to this link, I can see that there is very less thing. There is no availability, or I cannot decide based on other things. This was because I did not put any criteria. Also, if I go to, for example, I take all of these links and I go to the report of these links, and I open this report. Where is that other report? Okay, so once we finalize, we got these links based on the criteria that we had put in it. And now we can see each of the links that like this link, you can see that this link is not fully planned. There is no microwave or anything. Only the terrain data is filled. So it means that this operation was not enough. Also, if we see the file, it has made a file. Now you can see in this file that the site name, that long, antenna height, and because there was no tower height, there was no any other thing. So all other things are empty. So it means that we have done something, but that something was not enough. So let's go back. So these are our links. We make the links again. Okay. So here we finalize the link. But we can add something, I think. Like if you go on this link design rules, you give this file any description from your site. The file name is already test.id5. For example, we say that okay, we put it on 7 gigahertz, then we will use NEC. We will use a normal microwave. It will be a 7 gigahertz thing. It should be vertical. It should be terrain profile, antenna height, antenna transmission line, radio optimization. So path profile is fine, but antenna height, we have a clearance criteria which is fine for us, and we should put a default antenna height of 45 meters and limit antenna height to tower height. Okay, then we should say that okay, you need approximately 12 meter of transmission line horizontal, between shelter and the tower. We assume that we have 15 meter of uh, between uh, tower and the shelter. So for total transmission line, it will use the antenna height plus this specified horizontal height. So okay, now antenna coupling unit, we are not giving it any thing. We should just provide one number. Okay, for 7 dB, you will put as a branching loss. Then let's give it the antenna. Let's say that okay, we will use this embryo 7 gigahertz antenna on both sides. Okay, because all of these links should have these same types. The line that we are using, we say that loss is 5 dB per 100 meter. You can put any number. We can provide a radio. I will be using this NEC 7 gigahertz. I'm not going in a lot of detail of these things. I mean, I am assuming that you know these things better than me. So I'm just telling you that if you have to make uh, a generic starting point for you, then this is very much fine for you. But you have to build it once and then it will be applied on all of these links. So for availability, it will be using automatically determining the climate factor, calculate rain roughness and sea factor. Okay, we'll not go in detail. Flat field margin. Okay, we should say that we should put it at least 25 dB. Rain parameters, we will not go in a lot of detail. We should put only some rainfall here. Optimization parameters, we say okay, we need at least 99.99, not more than that. So now I create the links again. It looks fine to me. I finalize these links. I will save PL5 data file and this thing I will tell you separately. Okay. So now if you go in any of these sites, let me show you the difference. For example, this same. Now you see the difference that this link is now fully prepared for you. And just the way you have put this one link, in the same way, all of these links are ready. So I hope this was a good learning. There are some sites missing, as I was telling you that some sites may be missing, but because we had put a criteria, if you remember, we have put a criteria of less than 0.6 and greater than 0.9. So for some sites, they cannot be fit with anyone. I mean, either the nearest site is zero point 0.6 or zero point 0.9. If you remove it, and then we can create more links, and these sites will also be connected. But no problem. Let's wait a bit because I removed this. It's taking. It has made a lot of new links. So let me just leave it. Okay, these one or two sites you can create a link for yourself, but just to let you know that just to show you that FastLoss 5 has a very good uh, option for you if you want to make if you have a network which has no initial data and you want to make it, you want to make a network in minimum time. I think this video is not 10 to 15 minutes, and within this 10-15 minutes we have as you can see that we have made hundreds and thousands of links, and all the links are this is not part of our main region, so but the links that we had uh, like this link, we can see that this link is fully configured, like this link is also fully configured. So but these links are using the same antenna, same radio. So the only you can say problem in this is that uh, whatever you will choose, it will be implemented on everything. So you need to be pretty careful that you don't Okay, here also we have the same. So we need to be very careful that what we do is will be implemented on whole of the things which are selected while you are doing this. So this whole area was selected and this whole area got the same kind of antenna and radio. So this may be good in some way if you have a different, very different type of hardware, and you need to plan your links based on many different type of hardware. Then you should take more care. I mean that okay, you should select only the link where you want to propose some same type of hardware. But still, I mean, just for a start, I mean, you without doing a lot of things, without going with a lot of difficulties, you were able to plan a lot of links. So I hope this video should be good for you. You should have learned something. Please do comment and do let me know that if this video was of any benefit to you, or if you have any further question. I mean, because whenever I start a video, I don't have a lot of things in my mind. I had only one idea that I should tell you some insight of this. So see you in my next video. Goodbye.